All right, hey there. Welcome back to the shop. Welcome back to the two-stroke turbo channel. Welcome back to rushing to get this car, this little orange blossom, to the show. What are we doing? We're in the back seat area of the car, and if you look closely, there's a brand new starter that's wedged behind the back seat on top of the transmission. And this has the old-fashioned pull type solenoid. In other words, you pull this cable and I think it'll go. Yeah. So that will now spin the engine. That we were having issues. I think, well, it didn't work before. The starter was bad. And I also added a extra ground cable that goes out and grounds on the voltage regulator because I've heard that they have problems. So nice little upgrade there. So this car hasn't run in years. We did the brakes last week. We are going to see if we can get her coax orange blossom here to start. Go around the back here, and I put on a new cap and rotor, fuel filter, check the oil. I'm going to squirt a little start juice right here in the carburetor vacuum port. I'm hoping that might coax orange blossom because I know there's not going to be any fuel up in the carburetor. It's been sitting for years. There is fuel in the line. Does this have a primer? No, it does not have a primer. So we're going to crank it a little bit and see what happens. Let's hope that it pops off. So to do that, we got to get in the car. We're going to turn our key to the on position. Should have some dash lights. We do. Oil, dynamo, and fuel. And then our starter is here. Let's hope something happens. Let's listen. Oh. Starter is stuck engaged. Dang it, man. I'm going to see if I can put some slack in that thing, in that cable. Okay, so we're in a big rush to get this car to the show. We were able to fix the starter, and we got it running, got it warmed up, cleaned out the carburetor jets, replaced the cap and rotor, I think I said that, and the wires, and now we're changing the oil. And Fiat 600s have this cute little canister oil filter system. You can get the oil filter out. It's a little cartridge like that. I'm going to drop it in my oil. The oil is nasty. And we've got a brand new filter lucha. That's going to go in its place. And I got to figure out the washers here. Okay, so we've completed our oil change, and one thing that I've done that's kind of a mistake is I have a great big huge funnel here that I pour in 3 quarts really quickly, kind of like a shotgun of the beer, and the oil drain back reliefs in the head are not big enough, so the oil kind of came back, burped, and got all over our clean engine. So I spent some time with my wiping tools, got it clean. The customer's going to love me for that, I'm sure, because this is a really nice engine compartment that we're trying to keep clean. I've set the timing, checked the timing. It's got erratic timing, which isn't good. It seems like it, I'll show you once I get it going here. But I have cleaned the jets, set the idle mixture, changed the oil. It does need a valve adjustment. Check the belts, check the coolant. I think we're ready to fire it up. Oh, replace the fuel filter. Let's see what happens when we turn the key now. Hopefully we have ignition. So I'm going to turn the key to the right. Yes, we got lights. It says we have no fuel, but we do have fuel. Starter's down here. E-brake is on. There we are. We're running. Make sure the oil light goes off. And it does. Let's turn my headlight off. There we go. So yeah, it's charging, and we have the oil lights off, and the fuel light is on, which can't do anything about that. It's a little clacky. Definitely needs a valve adjust, but runs good. All 4. It's going to make it. Now have to work on the lights. I would rather do a valve adjustment, but he needs brake lights and turn signals for the show. That's next. Okay, we're getting closer to that test drive. I messed around with the fuses and I got this light to work and this one to work. Got the brake lights working, got the headlights working, high and low beam, horn works. I think we're almost there. I got the engine compartment cleaned up. Whew. Okay, I'm slightly out of breath. I shouldn't be, but I am. I feel like I'm a marathon Fiat fixer. We got the lights working. Running lights, brake lights, headlights, tail lights. I think we have the horn working. Yeah, we got the horn working. I forgot about all the crazy contraption turn signal. So the turn signal lever is this first one here, and the second one is the light dimming lever. And that threw me for a loop. And this is how you turn the lights on. And I think this is how you turn the lights on too. It's kind of crazy. So without further ado, I got to put the fuse panel back up in there. Okay, without further ado, we were going to take it for a ride. We're going to take our e-brake off, turn our key on, starter, make sure she's out of gear. Engine's running. All the warning lights are off. Oh, oil light is flickering. There, now it's off. That's kind of crazy. Oh, just changed the oil. Fuel light is on. Okay, we're going to back up. And the sun is starting to come out. It's still a nice cool day. Brakes are not super sensitive, but that's probably okay. I left them extra loose because we had some dragging brake issues. And they are working. It's good. Feel good. I got to make sure we don't get run over by these trucks. Oh geez, 2 trucks racing down my street. Okay. We are the smallest car around. Our silhouette is our safety net. We don't want to get smashed by trucks. Okay, she picks up pretty good. Manometer does not work. Fuel gauge I don't think works. She has good light duty or light throttle response. Clutch is a little chattery. Second gear. Not a lot of power. Just likes to cruise. Light throttle seems to do much better than heavy footing throttle. That's what I noticed on the carburetor. Say we're doing about 30. We're now in 4th gear. And we're going to turn around the park here. We're going to try the brakes. Oh, nice stop straight. Feels good. They're not super sensitive, but that's the way they are. So back into 2nd gear. And just kind of purrs along. Really needs a valve adjustment and needs to figure out what that. It goes rich more than half throttle. Not sure what that's about. Don't know if we have time to fix that. Back into 1st. And we're going to wait for traffic to go by here. Oh, motorcycle's turning. Second gear. Here we go. Feels like it's screaming. 3rd gear. No tachometer, of course. I mean, it scoots along. Really likes low throttle better than full throttle. And we'll put our turn signal on, and we gotta wait for this bus. 1st gear is not synchronized. This is an early Fiat 600. Clutch is a little juddery. 2nd gear, I think it's gonna be just fine. Doesn't like full throttle, but anything else is good. Okay, finally, this car is a runner. A driver is approved. I think we're good. Finally, let's make sure nothing's leaking, belching, overheating. I did grease the door locks. Purrs like a kitten. I was wrong earlier. The cooling fan actually blows the radiator that way, not this way. I thought it blew out this way. It doesn't. It goes that way. Everything looks really good. I'm happy. I think it's ready to go back to the customer. You might see more of this car this weekend at our microcar show. Thanks for watching.